Hey, what's up? Good afternoon, sports cavers. It is afternoon. It's not your usual morning for us. It is the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Today we have a wonderful leftover edition, episode 18.
Everybody full on them leftovers.
Man, we had some for breakfast too, bro. We do have a special guest with us today, Jesse.
What's up, Jesse?
Thank you for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good old high school buddy.
Oh, yeah.
For a while, keep in touch and stuff. Too.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Always,
definitely.
man.
So we got a good show coming for you today. Manny's out today, but oh, whose is this? Is that me?
Yeah,
I thought I had it on
man's
mute.
trying to watch the
Hold
show
up.
and make the show at the same time.
Damn.
I had my computer on mute,
It's
but
multitasking. It's all good, bro.
hold up. What is wrong with this?
You might want to pause it or.
I did. Hold on. See, this is a laid back edition.
Yeah. Nah.
Is it my phone? No.
Oh, that's mine.
Look at that. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Ugo's.
I was like, mine's on mute.
Oh, that's my bad.
Foul.
Rude
Party
mistake.
foul.
Hey,
Party foul.
again, this is a special
Party
edition.
foul.
Special
Yeah,
edition.
Trying to work in some new stuff.
We're
Sorry
trying
about
to.
that, guys.
We're not tech savvy yet. We told to bring laptops, and this is what happens. But now y'all go ahead get tuned in. As you can see, this is going to be a very interesting show. More laid back, more relaxed. So y'all enjoy the wonderful intro.
You're now tuned in to the Sports Cave on #Champs.
All right, so let's officially welcome you guys to the show. This is again episode 18. I want to remind you that this is the Sports Cave, the podcast of real fans for fans. Of course, we normally stream on Sundays. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a special episode, kind of a time for us to all hang out in the afternoon, which is a rare occasion with football Sunday going on.
On
On
a Friday.
a Friday at that. I forgot there was traffic today. People still worked.
Yeah. What is people doing out,
Ooh,
man?
man,
Should
go
be
home, relax. But just
Chill.
wanted to remind you guys that if you missed last week's episode with Mike Sean, it's available on the YouTube channel. I know we've shared it a few times. And you can always find us on #champs.tv.
Yep, and also don't forget to check out our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter using our handle at the Sports Cave. And you can always live stream by going to live.champs.tv. And today we're gonna, like Google said, we're gonna be a little bit more casual than we are on our Sunday time slot. And welcome to our viewers who haven't had a chance to view us before on Sundays. You know, we know everything. People can't be busy on Sundays with church and family.
Yeah.
And what
So
have you.
Today
Hangovers. We understand. So
we feel the
we're going
pain.
kind of early.
So we
But
do
we're
got some chatters up today tuned in. Priscilla's good afternoon, I guess. Are you still watching The Office? I guess not, since you're watching the show. And then Ronnie, of course. What's up, Ronnie?
Ronnie
one of
the
our
hater.
main-
Mr. Get Off My Lawn.
Mr. Get
Ronnie
Off My
wrote us.
Lawn.
Everybody's overrated.
Mr. Overrated.
What up? Thanks for
Mr.
watching. What's up, Jar?
Yeah, so
we're doing good. We're glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here.
We're
It's
full
it's good
still
to
probably
be
from last night.
Boy,
Still a little mad about the Cowboys loss.
good thing we have food to eat because I wasn't even worried about the game after a little while. It got out of hand, which is one of the things we're going to talk about today. I know, like I said, it's going to be relaxed, but we're still going to talk sports. And I don't know about y'all, man, but that game was horrible last night or yesterday midday. Thankfully, we had it was right when we were eating. We actually started our Thanksgiving at halftime. It just turned out great, but then once I tuned back in, it was like, man, just turn this off.
I kind of wanted to throw up after,
was
the
bad,
game.
dude.
Right?
That game was terrible. Like, it
Terrible.
was just god awful. Like, I mean,
If you're a Chargers fan, it was great.
boring.
Yeah.
The first half was boring.
It was like 3-0.
Yeah, 3-3. Yeah, it was pretty bad. The Chargers couldn't make a field goal. It was frustrating.
We couldn't get a first down.
how does that happen, though? Like, I mean, like, the past couple of weeks, the kickers just gone out. Like,
Right?
oh, it's
Yeah.
like,
Weeks in a row, we got lucky.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
still
One-
managed to lose these games,
Yeah.
man.
We had one job, is to kick the ball. Look, I'm about to really go put on my cleats for real and try out for somebody because you have one thing to do is kick the ball.
Right.
How can you not perfect that? I don't
His
know.
defense, Novak did get hurt.
Yeah.
But, their backup guy came in and kept missing.
Did
He
you,
couldn't even
did
hit
you
the
see
net.
hit the net? Did you see the replay on that?
Yeah, he couldn't even hit the net, man. And we still lost to
Yeah.
that team.
And yeah, we still
That's it.
it was bad. Phillip Rivers went off for a 400 yard, over 400, 434. That's
3
absurd, man.
touchdowns, no interceptions, and Rivers is prone to interception.
And he hands him out like candy at Halloween, and we couldn't do anything, bro. Phillip Rivers is always good for, he didn't have one last week either, but he's always, I would have thought, man, maybe this is the game that we can kind of hang in there. We just get our offense rolling. Maybe we'll change some stuff up, but good old Garrett says, nope, we're going to stick to our same old game plan, which we've been talking about it for a while. And I know we talked about it before the show, how we feel about the process.
Yeah, we're done with the process.
I'm
over
up
it?
to here. Yeah, it's just beyond over. Like,
same.
It's not working, bro. It's not working. I mean, my daughter's here in studio, Maddie. Hey, my daughter can tell you what's going to happen on third down, and she doesn't even watch a lot of football. So
we
it's
talked
very
about
predictable.
it. Yeah, we talked about it last week with the episode with Michael Sean, and it was a little early. We were talking about it before a lot of people were talking about it, that, what would happen if Garrett were to go out and have another game like we had the last time. Michael Sean brought it up, actually, and we thought maybe it might be a little too soon, but now you put on sports radio in Dallas, and everybody's talking about it. That we should have a coaching change, or at least a defensive change, offensive change, some type of change.
And we've been calling them like that because we actually, we're local. We do pay attention to the numbers, but even your casual fans are now like jumping ship. Like, what the hell is wrong with the Cowboys? And
it's the same fucking players.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't mean it, but it's the same fucking players.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Like, how do you? Oh my gosh! Like, you do the same crap over and over. And I understand that the offense is catered around to Zeke. It is. It really is. But to say we're gonna run the same plays or the same as I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm so frustrated
very
right
frustrating,
now.
man. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Ronnie said they made their halftime adjustments and we didn't. That's a Garrett thing, and that's a common thing that we keep having.
And we saw it last week too. The Eagles. We were like, oh man, I was nervous about the Eagles game at first, and then I was watching the first. We went to go out to eat and watch it on the big screens, and I was like, okay, it's a game. We're in there. Like, these guys are playing hard. We're holding. The Eagles. They went into halftime, made an adjustment, just came out and tore us a new one. Same thing happened yesterday. You got to make adjustments in the game. And we were talking about this before the show. The Patriots are a perfect example of who they cater. Yeah, they cater their game plan to the team they're playing, and they know what they're doing. So it doesn't matter. It's frustrating as a fantasy owner because you don't know who's going to get the ball. But as a team and organization, they're on point, dude. They will make adjustments on the fly. They'll beat you at your weakest position and just attack it until you find a way to stop it, and then they have another game plan for you. Not Garrett. Garrett, my boy Garrett is just
we lose a stud like Zeke, and we're done.
You can't run the same plays with Alfred Morris.
Lee's out.
We're done. It's not. I know. Yeah, it's just not the same. I mean, it's personnel makes a big difference.
Yeah, and Ronnie has a good point. We play really conservative, and then we stick with, like I said, like you were saying, the personnel is different.
Yeah, personnel makes a lot. It makes a big difference. I mean, even though you hear it in interviews too. You hear Dak in interviews. Oh, we're gonna still run the same plays. Still act like Zeke's not there. Mm-hmm. Well, motherfucker, the fucking
you can't do that.
He's a beast.
Yeah,
he's
a special player.
Yeah, he's a special. He can catch out of the backfield. He can do everything. He can block, catch. He's anything you name it, he does it.
Now, Alfred Morris is a good running back, but he's a different kind of running back. He's one that has to get in rhythm, and if you just feed him twice and then take him out and sub him in for a third down back, you can't get in a rhythm that way. He can't. I mean, I don't think he. I mean, he might be able to, but we seem to panic. Garrett panics, and then he goes to another plan that doesn't work either, and then it's the same thing over. Like, man, you gotta change it up, dude.
Third and long situations, and Dak's not coming through for us in that either, and Dak's not looking good too. A lot of people are talking about Dak, and maybe even benching him. I don't know.
How can you bench somebody who won you 13 games last year?
Yeah,
that's true.
He had success last year.
The thing is, he did go to a tough stretch when we played. It was in Minnesota last year. Those top 3 defensive. Mm-hmm. It was, and
at the end of the season.
Towards the end of the season, I mean, eventually things are catching up, and without Zeke.
Yeah, people got tape on him.
Yeah, people got tape on him now. So it's,
but that's where we're failing our quarterback, is that people got tape on him and we're not letting him adjust how he needs to adjust.
Not letting him run outside right? His only running a play outside of the pocket was on the penalty. He had a touchdown. It was a bad penalty.
The Packers are really good about adjusting to Rodgers' style. When he boots out and gets out of the pocket, he's still of a beast of a quarterback, but he rolls out and they complete almost. I don't know how many percent. I don't want to give numbers out that are wrong, but every time he boots out, he gets a pass completed.
But they're suffering too, though.
Yeah, and it shows you that. But Dak is Dak. He's gonna get beat up right now. I know people were calling Romo back, but man, you don't have your tackle blocking.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah,
Don't get me started, man. That guy would have been dead last week.
Yeah.
So
Romo would have got killed.
He would have got broke back again.
I like Romo. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good quarterback. I mean, he made something out of nothing. Yeah, but when the opportunities were there. He just didn't get it done. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say he he never had a defense. I mean, but that 2006, 2007 when we were 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty better defense than what he had now, and a pretty decent. Yeah.
Right,
I mean, and then you had Jason Witten in his prime. You had DeMarcus Warrior in his prime. Brady James. You know, you had a lot of people, but that during that time, I mean, he did what he did. Went to Cabo, partied his ass off, came back, and the rest is history. You know, the rest is history.
Yeah,
but
he got a bad rap for that.
Yeah, and then it never. You know, he never won the big one. You know, Dak says hi.
Yeah, speaking on defense, man,
yeah.
our run defense is decent, but that pass defense, bro, I don't know what if it really just on Sean Lee. Like, I know he makes a big difference, but we gotta find something to do or find some players that can make something happen. I mean, Phillip Rivers threw for over 400 yards.
To your point, we've been outscored 92-22 in games without Zeke. So that's terrible.
That tells you
had
how big of a difference.
3 straight games with 7 points or less.
We get a decent draft pick this year, I guess. Because I think, I don't know. I'm not
feeling
too comfortable.
Well, if we lose all of our games, then we get top 10.
We're historically bad right now.
Top 10?
Yeah, and this is the first time that a quarterback
December hits, man. And
for the Cowboys with no touchdown games in 2 straight games since 1990. And if you remember any of those teams, we're talking really bad teams. Talking about the 1-15 type teams. So.
Oh man, this
ouch. So the Cowboys is the outlook for the season. Are playoff chances pretty much done?
I think they're done, bro.
The way the Eagles are playing.
The Eagles got the NFC
spot. The NFC is so legit right now.
And the thing is, we lost to the Rams. We lost to the Falcons. We lost to Green Bay Packers. So all those 3 teams are ahead of us. You know, if we end up with the same record, they're ahead of us because they're, you know.
I think the Rams are on the verge of like getting there in the wild card. It's not looking good
and then
for us.
I think what the playoff picture has the Falcons and Carolina Panthers as the
wild card.
It
was now.
And Detroit's in the mix.
Yeah, Detroit's playing pretty good.
It's just a lot of teams to jump over, and that's what I said. I mean, I don't know if you had me on Facebook. I said our playoff starts now, which was yesterday,
right? Because
there's no way 10-6. There's no way we can get in. Right. No, that's probably what I would say 5%, 10% chance we get in.
Yeah,
if we win, if we win out.
But the way we've been playing, I don't even know we get another win.
9-7 in the NFC is not. It's not gonna cut it. It will not.
Oh, go ahead.
It will not get you in.
Right. And we have 3 more games without Zeke too. So.
And then again, we got to play the Eagles again.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that's the last game of the season. I think they're gonna clinch and they're gonna melt.
Yeah,
they'll set everybody out, man. God, it sucks.
It's gonna be like how we were last year. They're just gonna.
I think it sucks more this year because we had high expectations at the high off last year, and
it was Zeke.
And it was Zeke, though, yeah.
Bad record also coming off of
a
year where we were last place. So
we're not jumping shit, but we're definitely gonna call out people that need fixing. Like I don't know, man.
Our front office needs fixing too.
I picked the Chargers with confidence against the Cowboys in our SportsCave pick'em, and it came through.
I always pick the Cowboys, but I should have known better. I'm always optimistic.
No, but see,
it's hard to
the thing is, like with the Chargers, that's a toss-up game. That was a toss-up game.
To me, it could have been.
It was the toss-up game because when we got Tyron Smith back, I thought, okay, surely we're gonna have a run game. I mean, it wasn't too bad. What was it? 4.6.
It was averaging 4.6. 41 yards per box, man.
That's not bad. But the thing is, that defense kind of fell apart towards the end, and Dak had to do a little bit more.
Though, man.
But I think that's just growing pains. Having young secondary.
Yeah, we do have a young. That's the only outlook is that they're young.
They're young,
so they're gonna get trained up. They're gonna get the experience, and then they'll learn from their mistakes. And it is a growing pain. But it's good. What's the difference if we had a bunch of old guys that couldn't get hurt, and miss out too? It's the same thing. So
I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm kind of done with Byron Jones. I'm done with him. That guy, when Keenan Allen did like a post or a deep crossing route, and
he shook 5 Cowboys.
And then he
was playing. He
Yeah,
playing Madden
it
out
was
there.
Brian.
Yeah, he
But-
killed us like yesterday. Keenan Allen had a monster game.
172 yards, bro.
Right, on 11 catches, averaging 15.6 and a touchdown. Yeah.
15 yards a catch is what he averaged. Think
That's-
about that.
that's
15 yards a catch.
Good route running.
Man. Yeah,
Good.
it is.
Good
Uh-oh.
fucking route running.
And
That's
we-
what that is.
Yeah, and
We also got T-Will, Mr. Body Catcher. Use your hands, bro. Come on, man.
Who? Okay, here's my thing. He went to high school. Okay, he went to Pee Wee, middle school, high school,
Went to Baylor.
college. Who in the fuck let him
Use your hands,
coaches
man.
him, catches his fucking body? I don't fucking understand. His
I
whole
don't
fucking
know.
life.
Yeah,
Because
I
there's
don't
no
know,
way.
man.
I mean,
he's
it's
frustrating.
like having a fucking
He's getting by
pacifier.
with speed,
Yeah.
and athleticism, I guess, but
I mean, he's
it's
quick.
not working. Yeah,
As we go straight,
Yeah.
he's quick. I mean, the guy can make plays. He's just it has to be perfect. Everything
once
has
in a
to be
right,
lined up.
once in a blue moon.
Yeah, every
But then
once in a while.
Cole Beasley needs to step up. I mean, they got that was Dak's target last year, and like I said, once film's
They
out,
shut him down.
now
yeah.
now they
Well,
know
I mean,
how to shut it down.
they what I think the Broncos gave the blueprint
Oh man,
to everybody.
Yeah.
They stacked up. I mean,
They made Dak beat you.
Dak's money passes it in the middle
Mhm.
to the slot guy, and what Denver did on that game, they basically, bracketed Cole Beasley and dared for Dez to, beat you over the top, or Terrence Williams, and you know what, with two badass corners
Yeah,
like that.
no fly zone.
Yeah, so
Keith Talib, Chris Harris. So,
Yeah, so I think
man.
that kind of just set out the blueprint.
Yeah.
I think
with Cole.
It's not looking good. I mean, the Chargers have a pretty good defense too. They were at it.
They're decent defense.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got a
and they're-
pick
Oh,
six.
wait, those
Man,
two
that was
pass
ugly
rushers,
too, bro.
the two pass rushers.
I was coming back with my plate of
Create
food,
havoc.
and I
Yeah,
saw that.
Dak's
like,
lucky Joey Bosa didn't unleash
Yeah.
what he could have on him.
yeah,
when,
yeah.
we had a
the
few
return.
guys at work thinking that Bosa was gonna have a big game.
I
and
thought he was too. I really thought, man,
Kinda
but
glad he didn't
Yeah.
take out our quarterback.
but still, they put that pressure. I mean, a defensive
They
end
did
job
their
is
job enough.
yeah
right?
enough because you have to create pressure
Right.
or sack the quarterback.
And Ronnie does bring up a good point. Very good point, Ronnie. He said that same damn plays over and over. We run the same screen passes to keep the defenses honest. He said we won't help blowing up the field that way. Our D
You
line.
should call in, Ronnie.
Yeah, why don't you just call,
All
bro?
these points. Come on, man. Don't be scared.
Hey,
Ronnie, you know you like to talk.
You
your
ever
ass
know?
off.
Did you
Call
hear?
in.
Did you hear yesterday about Tony Romo? How he said the Dallas Cowboys big plays off of play action.
Mm-hmm.
That's so predictable. I mean,
It
it's
is,
like you have
man.
to have better big. If that's your only big
Yeah.
place to go
We
to, you have
need-
to do
yeah.
something different.
Yeah, but you
Because
got to
you
make
don't-
them scared of the run
yeah,
too.
yeah,
know,
and you don't
so-
have Zeke back there, so it's
Right.
yeah, so it's I don't know, man. It's frustrating. I can't stress that enough. It's
Yeah.
frustrating.
NFL is difficult, but
We'll
it can't
see,
be
man.
that difficult when you get paid
Cowboys,
millions.
It's not looking good, man.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm not jumping ship. And then I guess the only exciting part is we're gonna see how this Jerry and versus Roger comes out. This taking off the gloves,
Yeah,
man.
it even seems like he's starting to give up too now.
Yeah, it's
right?
like
he's
at the-
taking away
like
his
it's-
lawsuit.
yeah.
But they have been having words back and forth. Jerry signed his contract a while back, but then now he's like, hey, let's slow down and not give this guy so much. Why are we giving him so much money and creating issues? But a lot of people are thinking that he created those issues because of the Zeke situation, and that's why now all of a sudden Jerry's saying, no, wait, hold up, Roger, you're not going to get your money yet because you're, pissing
Yeah.
me off, basically. So we'll see
Jerry's
what happens
powerful
with
man,
that.
but we'll keep
Jerry's
y'all looped
powerful,
in.
but I don't think he's that powerful. Especially he already signed the contract. So
yeah.
he's kind of did it.
No
himself.
takebacks, man.
But yeah, I mean, you want to get another games? Or
Yeah, we could.
let's talk about Jesse real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we started firing up about talking about the
yeah,
Cowboys. We're all fired up. We're
That's
all,
all good.
a little messed up. We meant to introduce Jesse a little bit. Me and him went to South Garland. You played football and
Football and baseball
out
and a
there?
little bit of basketball. I played basketball until my sophomore year because you couldn't play varsity baseball and varsity basketball at the same time. I mean, at the same because those schedules kind of conflict.
Right. Jesse problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shout out to Dominic Parker who graduated with me. He's the head coach at South Garland High School.
Awesome. What's up,
And
Dominic?
South Garland has a McDonald All-American on the team.
On the
All
basketball
right.
team, I
Back-
know we've
yeah.
always been good at basketball.
Yeah,
Damn,
back,
that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
And
I'll have to go check it out.
he developed them. He developed them. Probably
So-
one of the best 3-point shooters in the state.
Wow.
So
He's playing now?
he's playing now.
All right, we'll have to go check him out, man.
He's a junior.
Yeah,
Oh,
basketball
dope.
season
He's
just
a
started,
junior.
right?
Yeah, he's a junior. So check him out, man.
For sure. It's okay.
Yeah, but like I
We'll-
said,
we'll look him up.
Dominic Parker, man. I played basketball with him in
That's dope.
Brandenburg,
Yeah.
and in
That's
high
cool,
school,
man.
and
Big
now
shout
he's
out
the
to him. I'll
head.
have to
Now
check
he's
out
the
his
head
G.
coach. He took over. He took over coaching for Coach Nichols.
Wow, Coach Nichols had been there
Forever, yeah.
For a
But
really
once he
long
retired,
time.
they tell him, hey, you're the man up.
That's
so,
awesome.
You know,
that's
South
cool.
Garland, Homer, you know.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. I didn't know we had a lot to be excited about. I heard they went more academic and stuff. I heard that a lot about the GISD overall. Like, oh no, they don't play football anymore. They have a this and that program. I'm like, well, that's cool. But damn, I miss hearing these rivalries. So that's cool. That's good.
Yeah, man. That's South Garland, man. They're one of the top teams in the in the district. I mean, they're the top team in the district and they're one of the top teams in the area. So, but
and here goes Ronnie the hater talking about South Garland suck. It did, Ronnie. I got you, bro.
We know you won a state championship back in
we know.
What, 03?
2000.
Yeah. With 03 was Tay Thompson and Bobby Chalk and I just know all the big guys.
Yeah, I remember Tay was awesome.
Yeah.
Call in, Ronnie, man. What you scared for, bro?
Call in, bro. And then Jesse, like us, also a softballer too. We had the Sports Cave team that we had going on this last fall, but this guy's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, I played for since I was 24. I'm 34, but 10 years now. I just retired. But
when you say he retired, you know he take it serious. Like we retired, but not by choice.
Yeah,
not by choice.
I played Division D, C, and then that's the only place you can play in Texas is C.
Wow.
Yeah, C ball.
So that's the highest. Level?
I mean, there's majors and stuff, A ball, but I mean that's those teams. Those teams really you get sponsored by those teams.
Wow.
You have to like try out, and it's not like
so it's like the highest level you can get for your average.
But it's just
softballer.
Awesome.
Damn.
But I mean, I played that, and then I played flag football. I also played, I think back 2012, because flag football is money.
Right? Is it?
Yeah, flag football like tournaments. You play for money. I think in 2012, I think I won like 15.
They have a Fat Man League somewhere.
Are you serious?
It's like 15. Like I think I won about 1,500
for y'all's team or each.
I'd say for the team, but I mean, just good. Collectively.
Yeah, damn. How many on the team, probably?
There's 8.
8 on the team? That's not bad.
8 of us. I mean,
football.
It's just... man. It's Michael Vick's. Have you heard about Michael Vick's flag football league?
Nuh-uh. We have not.
No, he supposedly started a flag football league. It's like all on ESPN. And,
wow.
But this is like 7-on-7. Like it was nothing really special.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but Michael Vick's behind it too. Though.
So it's like a name.
Yeah.
But like the leagues out here in Texas, you know,
like
in Florida and California. Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
All those the southern teams, west teams, their leagues are pretty legit, man. They handle,
cool.
you know, they throw tournaments and throw money out there.
That's awesome, man. There's money to be made in that thing.
It was my part-time job for a little bit, man.
That's cool,
it was my part-time
Whatever
job.
pays the bills, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, and we didn't always win, but I mean, I think we won like a tournament a month.
That's pretty dope. Hey, that's enough. I mean, to get some return on your investment. And your time. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
But
and then I understand now you're in the real estate game.
Yeah, I'm in the real estate game, man. Pretty much what I specialize is the sale of your house. Like if you're struggling, like if you're about to go into like a foreclosure or you know, or you're kind of behind your bills, I can pretty much, I'm more like a vigilante, I guess you can say.
Okay.
So if you do come to, put it this way, there shouldn't be a point where you come to a foreclosure.
Okay.
There shouldn't be.
So you're like a bridge.
Yeah, because it's I mean, you get a foreclosure, it's bad. It's super bad on your credit score. It's super, I mean, you can do a short sale or you can just sell right out, and we can get you into something. I'm with Viva Realty over in Uptown. I'm about to be in Bishop Arts because, you know,
Oak Cliff.
Yeah, Oak Cliff. And the reason why we made an office there is because Dallas is rezoning all of that Oak Cliff.
Okay.
Oak Cliff, and they're about to rezone South Dallas, man.
Okay.
Pretty much they're wiping out all the houses down there, and
the people that have been there a long time.
Yeah, and I understand. I mean, you get a 3-bedroom house over there. It's like 2-bedroom house, 1.5 bath, and you know somebody comes knocking on your door. Hey, let's sell your house. Okay, cool. You know, your house gets worth for $323,000. This is just hypothetical,
right?
But it's like around like $300,000,
right,
and they're like,
area.
because the area, and they're like, for my house, why is it worth that much? And I'm pretty sure the agents don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go into detail. It's all about money to them. You know, to me, I'm trying to. To me, like I said, I'm more like a vigilante. I'm trying to say, hey, if you want to sell your house, or let's keep the area Latino, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we don't lose that. Yeah, we don't lose that culture because like I noticed that a lot of like the taquerías are moving out because. You know, it's growing over there. It's growing business-wise.
Man.
Yeah.
Business-wise. So, and then they're going to do the same thing to South Dallas. So they're going to trying to kick
Makes
all those
sense,
people.
bro.
Yeah, kick all those people out. Which is, I mean, I guess, money kind of.
Right. I mean, money rules everything, but at the same time,
don't-
I mean, you could try to do what you could
Yeah.
try to do to
keep-
save the neighborhood, preserve
Yeah.
the neighborhood. My grandma's been living over there in Oak Cliff for years and years, so
Yeah.
that touches me too. So that I'm definitely down for that. But anything we could do, to help out and spread the word, as much as we can. But I know you just recently got your license.
Yeah, because I've been in the pretty much like mortgage real estate industry for about close to 5 years now. I did what I used to do. I was escrow agent. So
Okay.
what I did, I was the one that kind of prepared all the documents between like the buyer and the lender or the
Right.
seller and stuff, and kind of we set like at the table. Okay, this is what you need to sign. I tell the buyer this is what you need to sign. Tell the seller this is what you need to sign.
Right.
Pretty much have to be
The
mutual.
mediator.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I did, but I found out that a lot of these I found out like a lot of these deals were bad deals,
Okay.
and so like a lot of the buyers were kind of
Take advantage of.
taking advantage of, and it was mostly with like people who had English as a second language, so
Okay.
that didn't know. But
Right.
me, by law, I couldn't tell them anything.
Right.
I couldn't tell them anything because
You were just the middleman.
yeah, and it had to be neutral to both parties. Yeah, it's just they were getting like a bad loan.
Okay.
And it was not, and I didn't feel good. I
got you.
didn't feel good. So,
I got you.
but I'm working with two other guys, Adrian Marquez and Oscar Gonzalez. Shout out to them, Vivo Real Estate. Oscar
What's up,
Gonzalez,
guys?
yeah, Oscar Gonzalez. He's a veteran,
Mhm.
so he works like he does like mostly like our marketing. He helps the veterans get what they need. What they need.
Awesome. Veteran program. That's cool.
So he specializes in that. Adrian Marquez, he specializes more about the Latino community because he's like first generation Mexican American. So
Okay.
he
So he knows the struggle.
he knows the struggle
Right.
of
That makes sense,
of
man.
being a Hispanic and not knowing the language.
Right. And then
So,
being seeing people getting taken advantage of and stuff and want to do something about it. That's
Exactly.
awesome,
Yeah.
bro.
So and like I said, it's just and trying to educate people about knowing what's going on in the community, because a lot of times we just go about life and not knowing. Oh, okay, they're building this road over here and they doing this and they're doing that. And who cares? As long as it's not affecting me. But yeah, at the same time, it is kind of affecting you. And
Yeah.
I noticed Mesquite is gonna start building that George Bush.
We're Mesquite.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
in Mesquite, right? But
Yeah.
the George Bush is gonna cut through Garland to George Bush.
Oh,
but,
okay.
but they're taking out some of the farmers.
Oh yeah.
Some of the
So
lands.
a lot of different people. are
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
affected.
affected
man.
by George Bush, like those
Right.
farmers, like over there, like in
Mhm.
Seagoville or
Mhm.
Sunnyvale.
Right.
A lot of their lands are getting taken away
Oh, man,
because
that's
of that.
tough.
It's
Yeah.
because of that, and it's yeah.
That's tough. So why now? Like, why is it a good time to get into real estate?
Well, the real estate, it is here, especially here in North Texas. It really is booming. It right now it's a good time to sell and to buy a house. About 4 or 5 years ago, it was good to sell. It was
Mhm.
good to sell your house because it was Toyota and everybody was coming here. What is that?
Frisco?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Frisco, yeah.
On that area.
So pretty much in that area,
It's blowing
everything
up.
is blowing
And-
up. Yeah.
And Ronnie's mentioning Central Market and other businesses are
Yeah.
going into business.
Yeah.
Into the Bishop Art District.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
Of businesses
A lot
are-
of business. It's just
there's a
we're
lot of room out here.
becoming the new California of the
Okay.
of the,
Yeah.
of the
I
United
know,
States.
I know the,
yeah.
the city of
The
Garland,
go-to
I know it
place.
has like a data center that they're loving because it's just money for just servers to be there. And
Yeah.
Awesome.
they're expanding North Garland,
Yeah.
which is my area, and then like Frisco is expanding. So there's a lot of stuff. Like my wife works out at Plano and Frisco area, and at the borderline.
That's
Man,
where I work, yeah.
yeah, it is nothing but we're growing. So
Yeah.
It's money.
Yeah, it's growing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like I said, we're like the new Texas.
yeah, definitely people
That's
coming
awesome,
in.
Yeah,
man.
and it's
Happy
and,
for you.
and then some of it. I mean, a lot of the laws it does protect the buyers. To be honest, if you're a buyer in the industry, a lot of laws do protect you.
Mhm.
Texas is kind of hard to how I say, it's hard to go into default. It really
Okay.
is. That's why I said, if you own a home already, and a foreclosure should not be an option.
Okay.
It
There's
should
other
not. Yeah,
options.
there's
We'll
other
definitely
options.
Put your
Yeah.
information out and let
Yeah.
people know to contact
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
Awesome.
So I think I met a guy. He's like, man, I wish I would have met you early. Like,
Mhm.
we were just out and about. I had my name
Mhm.
tag on.
Right.
Just the guy was Vivo Realty and
I meet him.
todo fancy, todo
Right.
fancy. But he was like, "You're a
Awesome.
realtor?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, my house just went into foreclosure. Like, it's about to go on an auction, next December or Tuesday."
Oh wow.
And I was like, "And you didn't have an agent?" He's like, "No, I didn't know." Like,
Yeah.
I,
Take advantage of
yeah.
it.
I was like, yeah. It's like and I was kind of pretty much describing to him like, hey, foreclosure should never be an option.
Yeah.
I know people go to the hard times.
Everybody's been through them, man. All of us.
Yeah, I go to the hard times. You know, my life is not peaches and creams, but you know,
everybody.
But if you need money, I mean, like I said, the market's up. If you need to sell your house because, like I said, you're going through financial times, the market's up. It's easy to find a buyer too because the rates. I mean, I'm not a mortgage lender, but I do got 2 lenders that are awesome. You know, Greg Ball. I'm sorry, can't pronounce his last name, but I play flag football with him.
Cool.
He specializes in the mortgage and he gets everybody a good rate.
Cool.
The rates are kind of on the all. They still say it's an all-time low. Rate rates a little bit, but you know, I think you could get a FHA for the rate as like 4.1. You know, as long as it's not past like 6 or 7, I think the economy should do good.
Nice, man.
So
that's good. That's good to hear. It's good to hear
to
about
know.
the whole area.
Yeah,
that's kind of how we started this. I mean, just based on the area booming and the sports market booming and everything booming, business booming in this whole area. So that's kind of how all this started too. So I definitely feel that.
Maybe
but
one
it's
day
good, and everybody needs a place to stay.
Yeah,
so.
maybe one day I'd become president like Donald Trump. Yeah, that's like he started out as a realist. Did you know that?
Well, yeah, but
so.
Some of his don't take his practices. In
No, but yeah, you never know if he can be a damn president, man. Maybe I can.
No, it's all good.
Dream big, kid. You could be anything you want to be.
You can really.
Yes,
really,
right on. We'll talk some more about football. What's up, King Phillip? He's saying Deshaun Watson and Dak are just running quarterbacks. I don't know, man. I know that's kind of tough. Deshaun Watson's hard to say. He was on verge to be Rookie of the Year, maybe MVP type numbers and throwing touchdowns. Will Fuller was out there. DeAndre Hopkins was out there.
He had weapons around him.
Beasting,
He has dogs.
I wouldn't call him just a running quarterback, but there is a danger with the running quarterback. Here's the thing
between like Houston's receivers and Dallas receivers. Houston, they're dogs. Yeah. They go up and get everything. They fight for every single ball. Our
receivers don't go back to the ball.
They don't, or they let the fucking ball bounce off the chest for an interception.
And I never had a problem with running quarterbacks. I don't understand why people hate running quarterbacks. That's a double threat. Right? I don't understand why.
You have to respect
like people, Michael Vick's a running quarterback. So you can't stop him. Like what's wrong with being a running quarterback? Not everybody's going to be Tom Brady sitting in the pocket all day. Sometimes you have to run. I'd rather have a running quarterback than get out of trouble than a guy who's going to sit there and get sacked and break his back. So, you know.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's a.
Shots fired.
Yeah, Cam's a running quarterback. He's not overrated, Ronnie. He's a pretty damn good quarterback. I think the running option should be a threat because that opens up a lot of different stuff. If you know how to, if the game plan was right for Dak, he could be a huge threat. But they want him in the pocket because that's the process. So.
Okay, do y'all consider Russell Wilson as a running quarterback?
I would say he's a running quarterback because he kind of has to this year. Because
coming out of college, I saw a lot of scouting reports that Dak is just kind of like Russell,
Yeah, Russell's smaller. Russell runs when he has to, and he gets those yards and just gets those slides down, but I think he's a more effective runner. He's not than people give him credit to be.
He's not designed to be a running quarterback, but he gets out of trouble.
He doesn't have the body type.
But but that was like to me. I don't think Dak's a running quarterback because to me, he's fast, but not that fast. Like
he got tired.
Yeah, he doesn't run that often.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
They take advantage of their opportunities. Russell and Dak, I think, they're not looking to run first.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
He's
See, like Cam would be a running quarterback to me because
all that offense is
he could run.
Yeah, he's their best rusher.
Every game he's in the stat line as number 2
in the red zone.
He just needs to be a damn running back.
Yeah, he could be.
To me, I don't know.
Let him wear number 27 or something. Exactly. But I don't get the whole running quarterback. It's fine. Don't knock the running quarterback. That's every college quarterback is a running quarterback. If you watch college football, I mean they all pretty much run. I mean that's kind of the way the game is going now. So I don't know.
You want to talk about the other games on yesterday?
Minnesota, Detroit.
In Detroit,
the
Minnesota
early
made
game.
a statement.
That's a coach we need.
Who's that? Mike Zimmer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer used to be a coach.
He's making something out of nothing over there.
Yeah, man. Look at all the quarterbacks they've had.
That's what I'm saying.
Case Keenum, Sam Bradford,
and he specializes in defense.
Bridgewater. They've been.
And that's what we need.
Yeah. They look like a legit playoff contender.
They do, man. Their defense has come back a little bit they were kind of disappeared for a while, and they come back. But Case Keenum threw 2 touchdowns yesterday, 282 yards, man. So
how does that happen? How does he go from fucking Houston and not do shit? And then
Houston just miscalculated what he has, and they just. I don't know.
That
he was
shows
there.
you coach is important.
Yeah, coaching is definitely underrated.
Coach is important in the NFL.
Really is.
Latavius Murray had 84 yards. It's not bad, but I mean,
McKinnon slowing down.
Yeah. Thielen's
going
still
off.
decent. Yeah,
he's a top 10 receiver. He reached 1,000 yards yesterday. So he's one of the best receivers in football right now. Adam Thielen. Imagine that.
Good fantasy points.
Yeah, good fantasy
points.
He's been killing it in fantasy. Diggs had 5 receptions for 66 yards. I mean, these guys looking
Minnesota's looking good, though, man.
Detroit was looking pretty good. They were hanging with them until Matt Stafford hurt his ankle. After that, then they were pretty much done. Yeah.
You know what, man? I have, like, my fantasy league and my family, like the family fantasy league. Every quarterback I pick up.
You cursed?
Yeah, they out for the fucking game. And then it's a dynasty league. So we keep 2 players.
Oh, okay.
My 2 top players, Odell Beckham and Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, man.
Out for the fucking season. But I don't want to drop them because it's my guys for next year. So it's kind of like it's hard to.
We have a guy in our league that's just the same
cheaper
boat
next year.
Yeah. Gary.
Off the injuries, maybe. Yeah.
That boy Gary, he's the same way, bro.
David Johnson.
He had David Johnson.
Oh, that's the first week.
Yeah,
that's the first week.
That was his first pick.
Him. Go ahead and cut him, Gary.
Yeah, bro.
Is it a keeper league?
No.
Man, cut
he
that guy.
Cut him a long
Gary?
time ago.
Is he listening?
I don't think so, bro.
Oh, okay, Gary. You go into the cut him.
To say goodbye.
Yeah. That's not reason. He's not coming back. They got AP, even though he's not that good, but still.
Right. Definitely, but yeah, I mean, Minnesota, they won 30-23. Detroit they had a chance to win at the end of the game, but they jumped offside, so it was obvious offsides. But when they tried to block the field goal and win the game, they almost had it, but yeah, not so much. But
what about
Detroit's
the
still in the wild card hunt. And then you got the Giants and the Washington Redskins later last night. Yeah,
garbage.
That was not a fun game to watch.
Garbage.
Pretty boring game.
I'm be like Pac-Man. Garbage.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Garbage.
I had to watch it basically for fantasy points, and Kirk Cousins really let me down, and Vernon Davis got me a big goose egg.
God,
I had Ingram, and he didn't give me much.
Evan Ingram.
There was not much, and there wasn't anything interesting that
Nothing
happened.
to be excited about in that game.
We went from a great game.
Jamison Crowder had a big game, 141 yards. He had his biggest game of the season. Finally got to the end zone.
But it was against the Giants, so no surprise.
Giants secondary. So that's why I was hoping that Vernon Davis would do something because of the matchup. It wasn't.
It doesn't. Yeah, I think I started in one of my leagues
had
too.
his good game come back, and that helped no one. So.
P. Ryan was able to get 100 yards.
He did good. I mean, their running games had trouble all year, and he did really well yesterday, which kind of killed me in fantasy too.
So
what? On that.
So what do you think will happen to that defense, man?
To New York Giants.
Yeah,
defense?
New York Giants defense, man.
I mean, I know they had the suspensions early on. I mean, they're basically the same defense, though, right? Like they were pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I don't know what happened, man.
know.
Maybe they're just getting out scheme.
Do you think it's the coach?
McAdoo?
Yeah.
I think so.
Losing
He's
the team?
lost. Yeah, he's lost the team. Big time. He lost
him
a while back.
Because that defense is a championship caliber defense, in my eyes.
Yeah.
In my eyes. But
they looked like it last year.
Last year they were giving people fits every week, dude. The line
get
got
the
crazy.
fucking Cowboys fits.
Yeah, but this year I don't know, man. I think maybe because their offense isn't going, they got to be on the field a lot more, so they're tired more than they used to. But I don't know, man. It's horrible.
I don't know, man.
I mean, they're good. They're on paper, they're a really good defense, and their stats are you would think like, okay, they're gonna hold up some people, but I don't know. They let the Redskins whoop up on them.
Yeah. Yeah, they started slow. It was another slow game. Started out. It started out really slow, and now just to switch things up, Ronnie's talking about Auburn over Bama tomorrow.
Oh man, that's gonna be. You know what? That was the last
college football game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of those good games.
That was the last NFL one. We can go into some college.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
That's next on our lineup.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good game. That's probably the game to watch.
And if Auburn wins, that's gonna mess up the whole
playoff.
To touch on that,
I won 6 teams
to touch on that, we did have an upset just that happened just a little bit ago. Number 2, Miami, who Ronnie loves and says that maybe they're a little overrated, bro.
So where was that turnover chain?
Yeah, where's that turnover chain? They lost to Pitt 24-14, and that is Pitt, an unranked team.
Yeah,
Pitt. Let that sink in for you.
Right on.
So that's going to shake something up.
Definitely.
But the Alabama and Auburn game should be a good one.
Wisconsin should creep up into that top 4.
I'm sorry, Auburn, Alabama.
And if Auburn can sneak out a win against Bama, then you have to consider them in the top 4 too. I mean, Bama's going to be there in the mix also, so it's going to be tough.
Also, I'm just looking at the standings right now for the playoffs, and yeah, man.
I hope Auburn. I hate Alabama.
Yeah, we all do.
I
But
can't-
don't worry.
I think everybody's a little tired of Bama.
Well,
right?
I mean, but that's every dynasty, big top dog. I mean, team. You know, everybody hates the Cowboys. You know.
Yeah, I'm done with Alabama.
Yeah,
I like it when they lose,
Alabama.
man.
Everybody hates the Yankees. Everybody
And
hates.
shout out to TCU. They're handling business.
TCU
They're winning.
got the win today.
Their game, so they're going to head to the Big 12 championship and play Oklahoma.
Let's
so
hope there's a better matchup this time, though,
let's
man.
hope-
I
let's
had
hope
high
they
hopes
show
and
up.
expectations for TCU.
Yeah,
And
Oklahoma drug them through the
somebody
mud
put
last game.
Baker Mayfield on the floor and just walk over him, man. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he just gets on my nerves, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's a good
agree,
kid,
man.
though.
He's
I
a
mean-
little cocky.
yeah, I'm not,
There's
it's
a
not,
lot of-
yeah. I just need someone to pop him a few good times, and we're good. I mean,
Put
he's,
him in his place, maybe.
if you're an Oklahoma fan, then yeah, man, you're excited to have him on your team, but I need someone just to hit him a few times.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Chin
if he ends
check.
up, let's say, later on in the season playing Bama, playing Clemson.
Oh
those
yeah,
type of
when they
teams,
play a real
might-
defense,
They might
yeah.
put him in his place.
The
man.
Big 12 is like we said it last time. They're known for their offense and no
Or
defense.
Even Wisconsin, yeah.
And yeah, they
might.
play if they make it to the top 4 and play someone in a different conference and someone in the SEC that's known for defense, I'm sure he'll have some floor time and it's a different monster over there.
Right
So
on. And Phillips saying TCU,
There
he's
we
happy
go.
with TCU. Go
Yeah,
Frogs.
go home
and
Frogs,
he's saying
man.
that we also need a young coach like Sean McVay. That's kind
We
of what we
do.
were talking about last week, too, stating, the Rams went from a worst to first type situation. Maybe we can get some new minds in here and change some stuff up because we've been running the same play since we were running back in the 90s. So,
yeah,
it's
you had
predictable.
to beg Romo not to give out the plays because he still knew the playbook. Nothing changed. Like,
Right.
yeah, like when he commented on the game, it's like so. Man, that'd be something nice. A different culture change. Let's go in a different direction, man.
Jason Garrett, he's been here way too
Way
long.
too long,
way
bro.
too long, and it just even
Something
more
new.
than 10
Defense
years.
too,
Yeah, man.
No
At least 10
blitzing.
years.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
little
boring
tired of our
defense, man.
defense too, man.
You're gonna ride the Cowboys again, goddamn it.
Yeah, sorry. We
Yeah,
always
so,
go
yeah.
back to the Cowboys.
That's Cowboys football for you.
Yeah, man, it's frustrating, but yeah. Well, there's a few big games too. Number 3, Clemson does play South Carolina. Those are 2 ranked teams that are playing. Notre Dame and Stanford are playing
Go Irish.
Saturday. Make a comeback. They're back on 8, so they didn't get too far down. And but I think the big game, like Ronnie said, is the Alabama Auburn. That's going to have the biggest implications. And let's go Auburn. Let's
Yeah, I mean,
knock
Ohio
Alabama.
State, Michigan should be nice. Georgia Tech. So it should be a lot better than last weekend. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
last
that's
weekend
going
was
to
horrible.
cupcake week.
South Florida,
All late in the
Central Florida.
season.
Yeah,
That's one thing I don't like about college though. It's a bunch of those weeks
Cupcakes.
where it's
Yeah,
a bunch of
man.
those weeks where it's
yeah, man. Especially
I miss
the
it happening
beginning,
at the
yeah, at the beginning of the
of the year.
game, and it's kind of like,
Beginning of the season,
but
yeah.
but I mean, just the only thing I really like about college football is going to the games. I would
Right.
rather go, and I always tell everybody this. I would rather much go to a, college, game than an NFL game, just because it's just like a big party, man.
Yeah.
It's like everybody just.
Hyped up,
And everyone
yeah,
gets into the
everybody's hyped.
games.
Yeah,
man.
everybody's hyped, man.
Yeah.
Nobody sits down.
right?
Nobody sits
Bands
down. Yeah.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bands going. It's just like, being in high school but 10 times bigger. It's
Right.
just like,
Yeah,
man, everybody.
crowds
I think
bigger,
that
everybody-
TCU
more
Oklahoma game.
tailgating
Yeah.
going on and stuff
That-
too.
When TCU went into Oklahoma and the whole crowd, nobody sat down the entire game,
Yeah,
man.
you don't
That's
sit down.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
If you
That's
ever
awesome.
If you ever go to a game like that, man, you don't sit down.
Right,
I wouldn't.
Texas
That's-
game, those are big time.
Yeah, you don't sit down at all.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it's gonna be exciting. There's gonna be some good games, and there should be some shake up to look forward to this weekend.
If anybody
with
got
that-
like any plans for the TCU Oklahoma Big 12 championship, let us know. We're
Yeah.
sure that's gonna be here.
down
And
party
that's
pass,
yeah,
something. We
something.
might have to do something.
hey,
for
my-
that game.
tailgate.
Hey, my boy Ken Lewis, he's also a South Carolina graduate.
Oh, yeah.
He played at TCU. He was a safety at TCU.
Oh yeah.
So,
We know Ken.
hey,
I know
Ken, hit me up, bro.
He just dropped
Let's
a
go-
new.
yeah.
He just dropped a
New
new
track.
track. Yeah,
Yeah.
a new video. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
he-
try to get him in here
yeah,
too. So
Ken-
big shout out to him.
Yeah,
Doing big things.
he's a Horned Frog.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he played them where I think was it the game after him.
Shortly
Yeah,
after.
shortly
I think
after
so.
the
I think he
LT
was
played.
around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, shout out to
To
Ken
Lou.
Lou. K Lou.
Yeah, K. Lou doing big things. We're gonna try to get him on the show once it works out too. Trying to see what he's doing and what he's up to. how we can get in the rap game too.
Yeah,
We're gonna
right?
try to take
Drop
over
tracks.
real
Yeah, we're
estate,
taking over,
radio,
bro.
everything. We're not
Dropping
just about
tracks.
sports.
SportsCave is gonna be everywhere. We
Trying
have
to
a
get on the Rita
restaurant.
Worst records.
We're trying to get contracts everywhere. Who needs us? We'll do everything. Come on,
that's
open up
right.
a car wash. Something
At the
taqueria.
car wash.
That's right,
Get some
man.
tacos.
No, man, we're just trying to mix it up. And another thing we wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about, was the Big Baller
Ballin'.
brand. I wanted to talk about LeVar Ball. Like, on Sundays, we don't get to talk about stuff like this, so that's something I wanted to bring up. They had a situation with LiAngelo Ball in China where he shoplifted with 2 other teammates with UCLA. They were in jail. They were put on house arrest. And our president, Donald Trump, who doesn't get a good rap all the time, he actually stepped in and talked to the Chinese president or what have you, and said that to let them go, and he had a part in getting them released. They come over here, and LiAngelo goes on in a press conference like what we're doing, sitting here, and he says, "Thank you, Donald Trump, for helping us get out." And he was basically gracious in that he was able to get out of China, because you never know what could happen when you're overseas in a foreign country.
In a communist country.
They do not play. Like, if y'all remember the situation,
to get their hands chopped off.
Yeah, bro. Like, there's caning. There's all kinds of stuff involved. People don't take that stuff serious. And these kids are in a known school, UCLA, one of the most known schools in the country.
For basketball,
and especially for basketball. And they're over there trying to be ambassadors for the game, and they get caught up in that situation. And then LeVar Ball, LiAngelo's father, is asked, "What about Donald Trump?" And he says, "What about Donald Trump's, helping your son?" And he says, "Who?" He acts like he's never heard of Donald Trump before. Like, come on, bro. Like,
you're not
that's a front, man.
Bro, yeah, you're
bad.
not
That's
that
a
famous that
fucking
you
front.
don't know who Donald Trump is.
Like, come on, where have you been? If
Even
you've been on
before he was
TV,
president.
like, kids know,
Yeah,
Maddie
exactly.
knows who Donald Trump
Everybody
is.
knows who that is, man. Whether you like him or not, you can't be that ignorant to not
Yeah.
know who the president is when you live in this country. And even if before he was president, you saw him on TV, you saw him, on a bunch of different other things. Just give some credit out. They don't want to take credit from nobody. They're killing it to them. Themselves, they're killing the game, and
Their brand.
they're thinking like they're running everything. Like, come on, dude, you put a target on your son's back in the NBA, and every point guard's going after him, and let them play, man. You don't put your kids in that situation like that. But
Yeah, that's tough, man.
What I don't get, okay, I know he's a kid, right?
Yeah.
I know he's young and dumb, but come on, how you not gonna get recognized? Okay, you're what? How tall is this kid? You know how tall he has to be
like
past
six something. Yeah, he's
so
a tall kid.
At least 6'2", 6'3", right? You go into China, out of all places where you're totally different,
Yeah.
into a Louis Vuitton
Yeah,
store,
top-notch
a top
store.
notch where I'm
Right.
sure they have security
Everywhere.
everywhere, and
You're
it's
talking
just,
about an area that's kind of like Beverly Hills.
yeah,
out there in
and then
China.
you still from a fucking out of country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
stupid,
that's
man.
fucking. So those
that's just
kids
being
got
a
a lot to
dumb-
learn. They
just
got
being
suspended
young and
indefinitely.
being young and dumb.
Yeah, man.
Being
So
young
that-
and dumb.
He's creating a lot of issues for their kids, and I get that he's it's for his kids to even be on that level. It has to take some parenting.
He's done.
and
Yeah,
some
he's done
support.
some good. He supports his kids. I get that.
At some point,
but
he needs to let them be and let them make their own name for themselves.
I'll give my kid the chancla if they fucking
Yeah.
steal.
Yeah. I mean,
Good
it's
night,
good.
Cyrus kid.
Yeah.
Take out my
It's
shoe
good to
again.
boast your kids up. We're not
You're
ever
right.
gonna,
Yeah.
as a parent, you
sure.
don't not boast your kids up. We get that, but you also don't want to put them where they feel like this. They have this, rights to things that they don't have. Like
Yeah,
you don't want to put them on that pedestal so that the real life hits them. They're like, oh, that's. I mean, I get it. It's good. He got his kids where he's at, and he got him a name, and he wants them all to be Lakers. But come on, bro. Like, let them live a little. Like, they're gonna have to go through some growing pains sometime.
Stealing.
Yeah, stealing China,
Yeah.
bro.
Stealing in China.
Maddie, what happens
God,
if you steal? You're gonna get
Yeah,
that.
and
that
shout out to
cinto.
Carlos. He's saying Biden 2020. So good luck with that.
What'd he say?
He said Biden 2020. So I guess he's going for Biden.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
Yeah, I
all
guess
good,
so.
man. I
Hey,
don't know
man.
enough to talk about.
We're,
it.
we're still a few years away, so
We'll
we
see
won't
what
get into politics. This
Yeah,
is a
man.
sports
We're
show.
trying to get Garrett fired. If you can help us
Yeah, if
with
you can help
that.
us out with Garrett, do you know somebody that maybe can get
I'm
us?
gonna write a
some-
letter
Somebody that
to
knows
Jerry.
somebody that
I'm
knows
gonna write a letter to
somebody.
Jerry.
Everybody,
Right.
can we get a petition started?
Right, we need Will back to write one of those good letters.
Yeah,
and
Will.
get him up
If
with-
you're listening, Will, go ahead and write that letter to Garrett. Let him know that we thank him for his services, but he's no longer needed.
Yeah, just to touch on the balls one more time real quick. Lorenzo's struggling over there himself with the Lakers. He's having some bad shooting nights too. So all this stuff
big
isn't
shot.
helping him, and he's having to answer questions about his brother stealing and everything like that. He's not exactly living up to the hype that his dad created. Also,
That's a lot of hype,
and a
bro.
lot of the top point guards in the league are going after him, and they're putting a target on his back.
And
saying,
they're
"I'm gonna
getting into
school
his
this fool."
head, man,
Like
yeah.
Beverly, the first game was punking
But
him out.
how high was he picked? High.
Like
Was he
he was in
first
the
or
top.
second? Yeah.
He was in the top
First,
5. I think it was
top
like
five.
third. Yeah.
Because like to me, to finding a he's gonna develop, man. I think he's gonna develop to a good player. It just takes time. I mean, it takes time for. Not everybody can be a LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Not everybody with the NBA. You have to develop your players. You
He was
have
second
to.
pick. Yeah.
Second pick.
Mhm.
Okay, well you have to develop those players because it takes them a while. I mean, the speed of the game, in the speed of the game.
Especially point guard. He's like
Yeah.
a quarterback out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm glad you
those,
brought that
those
up.
passing
yeah.
lanes are not in there. Because okay, say for instance, okay,
Dennis
it's
Smith
funny-
Jr.'s having problems himself with
Okay.
that too.
Say for instance, Dirk. Okay, this is Dirk Nowitzki.
Right.
How many years does it take him? Did it
It
take
took
him
a
lot?
long time.
long
Yeah.
time to
We
develop.
thought he was just another sorry white guy
Exactly.
that the
Yeah.
Mavericks drafted.
But I mean, for a long
time.
time, I mean, I wasn't the biggest Dirk fan, but I thought he was really good. And I thought he needed a lot more help. At the very beginning of his stages
Right.
to win the championship, and then obviously you got Nash and Michael Finley out, and well, it's all him now. And it took him a long time just to get over that hump. So see, basketball, it's one in a lifetime when you have a franchise player like somebody like D Wade or LeBron or
Right. No, hey, Dirk. too.
Dirk, like Dirk.
Yeah.
It takes them a while. Like you don't find those like automatic studs right off the bat.
Yeah.
You have to, especially because they're
It's tough.
kids.
Yeah.
They're kids playing among grown ass men.
Yeah, I think what makes it tough too. I mean, it's LA,
Right.
and then I mean they've had some top picks overall, like in the last few years, and everybody's getting testy. They're used to winners, and it's a fickle city. Dallas is a fickle city
yeah,
too.
it's
So
like being Dallas
they're not
Cowboys
winning, they're
quarterback.
not going to go. So
But like I said, you have to develop your players. Like
Yeah.
what's that kid in San Antonio?
Kawhi,
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard. It took him a while. It took him a while
he's
to
one of the best. Now.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
best now because he had a great coaching staff and Greg Popovich, and it's just they just develop players. Manu, I never knew Manu was gonna be that good, even though I hate him. But he was serving Parker,
Mm-hmm.
coming from France. Like it's like who. Did you hear
Yeah,
of Parker when he got
yeah,
drafted?
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
but it took
Spurs.
him a while.
Yeah,
It took
as an
him-
organization,
you have
they've been
to-
doing it right
you
for
have,
so long.
You have to develop your players, and this is
Yeah.
why.
Ginobili. they
Yeah,
brought
if you
Ginobili over
can't do
here.
it by the draft, I mean, you have to like the Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it like LeBron and what he did in Miami or what he's doing now in Cleveland because it's hard to play basketball at the NBA level.
Yeah.
It is,
Speaking
and I
of
think these
basketball-
kids don't get enough. They don't get enough college time to develop.
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
They
And-
really
and-
don't.
Yeah, and
this is
see,
why I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
The one and done kids.
Yeah.
the one and dones, and then the AAU. Like, there's no like.
Yeah.
I know all these kids come out of AAU, and that's supposed to be a good organization, but there's no defense there.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
It's
speed
all-
of the game is all offense, and it's
Yeah.
just show. And I get that, but when they go to college and they go for 1 year, they play 13 games, 14 games in college, and then you can't go into a grown man's game like that
Right.
and jump in
It's
there
tough.
and be expected to be
Yeah.
a beast.
Yeah.
You gotta. I think that is rare.
Yeah,
LeBron
it's rare.
did it, and shout out to LeBron. He did. He was a man. He was a boy amongst men, and he got it done. But even then, he had to develop his game.
Just like
It's a tough
Kobe.
league.
Kobe
Yeah.
developed his game. It took
Yeah, it
3
took him-
years.
yeah, it took him some
3
time.
years.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of first round picks on benches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Big
So it's
time,
just
And that's kind of where they
it's-
need to be. Because
you know?
I don't think they get enough. And I get it. You want to get in there. You come from a difficult situation. You want to go get paid. I would want to too, but man, you gotta get experience.
And that's the same thing with like baseball too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, baseball it takes. That's why they have AA, AAA.
Right.
like Foley,
yeah,
Winter
the
League.
NFL's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
doesn't have that. And I
No,
think they're
no.
suffering now too because of it. They're
They're
not.
like
They don't have those leagues.
The
Yeah.
Development League. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because you go to the guys like the Cowboys, just for example, you go to those guys right behind their starters, and there's no depth there.
And the
And
salary
across the
cap too.
league.
The salary cap too has a lot to do
Yeah.
with that. So it's just. It is
So
what it is, man.
right?
Yeah,
Right
stay
on.
in
And-
school,
and
kids,
Philip, Philip says, "What about the Dallas Mavericks? What do you guys think about that as Mavs fans?" I know I was a little crunk that they won against Minnesota,
But that's how bad
excuse
it
me,
is.
Boston?
No,
they,
no,
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 they,
no,
lo-
no,
they
they
lost to
lost
Boston
Minnesota.
in overtime,
Memphis.
Memphis. There we
Yeah.
go. Memphis. They beat Memphis for the second time, so somehow they have Memphis's number. But overall, though, as a whole, they're pretty disappointing. I don't think anybody had any high expectations, but the way that they're losing now,
it's
in the third quarter, they're getting drug out all
Please
the time.
trade Dirk to some place with a.
Well, let him win another one. Yeah.
No, I mean, I want him to, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
yeah. I want him to go to a contender because his time here is done, man. He did what he did. He won a championship with nobody that's gonna be a Hall of Famer other than Jason Kidd, which that's an if.
Right.
No, he should be. You think he should be?
He should be, yeah. I think so. Just overall, career numbers, yeah.
Career numbers?
Yeah, assists.
But he got him he got Jason Kidd at the end of his
at the end of his prime.
Yeah, at the end of his
he was
prime,
already past his prime.
Yeah,
got him,
you know?
Yeah,
Jason Terry, you think he was?
If Dirk wants to go somewhere and win a championship, I would not be mad.
I won't be mad. Would you?
Yeah, but
would you
who's gonna want him though? Because he's not really
Golden State.
Yeah,
he's not getting off the bench.
Yeah,
he's a shooter.
Maybe you never know. I know they had talked about it before or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if he'd ever leave.
Yeah,
he's
and that's another thing that's like, bro. I know you love the city, and I know,
loyal,
but as far as you're a fan. Go get you some,
right?
You know,
he should have had a few
get
more
you
rings,
some,
man.
yeah. Go get you. I mean, we should have had two.
Yeah,
but it didn't happen. We should have had two. We should have had two, but
that turnaround game was on my birthday that year, man. I was like, God dang it, here we go, and that started it all. That sucked,
2006.
Man. Yeah, it sucked bad. But yeah, man, the Mavs, they're fun games to go watch.
So Tank, are y'all team Tank?
Bro, let's get another
good draft pick.
Give Dennis Smith Jr. some help.
Right,
get younger.
Dennis Smith Jr. looks legit.
Yeah,
Harrison Barnes is starting to step it up. He started out slow.
We just gotta. It's gonna take some growing years, man, to get it all situated. But we can do it. I mean, it happens. I mean,
we got the coach. We do got the coach.
We do got the coach. I like see that he's on the fly.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle is probably one of the most underrated coaches in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's looking at what he's had to put together, like with all the pieces that the Mavs have been getting.
Carlos said Cleveland.
Carlos said Cleveland.
No, Cleveland.
They're struggling too.
Yeah, that's the only team I don't want.
Without Kyrie, LeBron's looking at Kyrie like
Boston's
that's the guy that got away. Like,
like the girlfriend that got away.
Girlfriend that got away.
Dumb and Dumber.
Why I should have treated her.
Goodbye,
my
love.
Yeah, I should have treated her a whole lot better.
Right.
Please come back, baby.
I'd
do anything.
You're right. He's feeling that now. And Ronnie said that ball sucks and he doesn't see him being a real big baller. He has fake shoes. His shoes busted too. I don't know if you remember that, but his shoes busted earlier.
Because his shoes was made in China.
I don't know, possibly, man. But
shoes was made in China.
Yes, I will agree with you on this one, Ronnie. He is very overrated.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
stupid jump shot. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude, he needs to work on that shot.
Just,
I mean,
give him a couple years.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Ask me in 3 years.
Yeah,
then I tell you he's already.
He needs
to
to
have a tough time with Boston, man. Boston looks
good. Even with the injury, they still
even
looking
with
good.
Hayward, it looked like their season was doomed from the start.
I like the Celtics. I think that's someone that I can probably root for in the East, the weak ass East.
They have a good team. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but Golden State's still the best team in basketball. I mean,
from top to bottom,
right?
From top to bottom, man.
When it comes to playoffs,
let me chime in the playoffs.
Right. Let me know.
Yeah, let me know.
We'll
I already know the story.
Right.
I already know.
And like you said before the show, it's hard to watch basketball when there's so much football on.
Yeah.
I mean,
it really
especially
is.
if we love football. I normally don't start my season until like after
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas they have the good games on,
because they put them on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, the best games on.
Best game.
Because there's no football that day, and then they put some on, and then like after the All Stars, when the Super Bowl's done with, and then it's kind of like, all right, now what?
I can't really get into after the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, same here, man.
Duke,
and Duke's rated number 1. So
all right, I'm a big Duke fan.
Us too, bro.
Yeah, us too. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I'm a big Duke.
My dog's named Duke. Just listen to them Dukies, man. I know I get hate from a lot of people
hate on
like,
Duke.
why you like Duke?
Okay, why do y'all like Duke?
Duke, man, they're just a great organization, bro.
Yeah, Grant Hill was one of the first players that I started watching.
Right? Because they were always on TV.
Yeah.
They were always
They're
on
kind of
TV.
like Notre Dame, man. They're always,
Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
I was a Duke scholar, too, back in the day, so I was smart.
Yeah,
so I was like, hey, I'm going to
Duke
ride
scholar.
with Duke. Back in 7th grade.
I forgot about the Duke scholars, bro.
Middle school,
Duke scholar. I heard that.
Man, I used to have good times in that Brandenburg Middle School. Brandenburg Middle School, man. Go to that corner store right next to it and have fights.
Oh, yeah.
Just watch them.
Chili cheese nachos. But yeah, man, Duke is awesome,
Stop
bro.
and sack, man.
I like that's one of the teams. Yeah. Go to the A-frame and fight, man.
Yeah.
We had some really good fights at Brandenburg, so I don't know what y'all heard, but we had some really good fights going down over there.
Now it's a classical center.
I know, right?
It was like an MMA training facility.
Try to get the ghetto out of there, shit. Oh man.
Go fight at the car wash, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the big time car wash.
Yeah,
At the store because those guys weren't gonna jump in and they didn't care.
They didn't care.
Hey,
They were
let's
like,
get the-
whatever.
they put money down. Like, I bet that kid
You know
win.
that? Yeah,
Hey,
that
how tall are
shit-
you?
that-
All right.
okay.
Yeah. I got 10 on.
I got
this
10 on
one.
that fat
Had
kid.
I remember seeing a girl and a guy fight.
What?
At Brandenburg.
At Brandenburg, Calvin. What was his last name? I think it was Calvin Hickman.
Call
Don't
him
quote.
out.
No, yeah, and he was fighting a girl named
Oh,
TT.
man.
TT, well, I don't know what the hell what her last name, but she had bust up grill, man. I just remember
Oh.
being out there and she's like said something about his grandma, and you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
those are choice
grandma like
words.
that.
yeah, you talk about somebody's grandma like that,
Ouch.
it's like, okay, let's box up, and she's like, okay, she was about that life, so
Yeah.
and he busted her up
And
pretty
she got
bad.
shown.
Garland,
Yeah.
Texas for you.
Yeah, that was pretty wild stuff right there, man. Off Nickens.
Off Nickens. There
I'll
you
never
go.
forget.
Out in
Never
the wild
forget.
over there.
Never forget Nickens.
Yeah, I mixed it up a couple times.
Yeah.
Getting stabbed with pencils over here.
Yeah, I got stabbed over there with a pencil off of Nickens one time. By the portables in 5th
Yeah, the
grade.
point.
Yeah, at Handley Elementary
I remember that fool
School.
told me he with that afternoon.
4
I got stabbed
stitches.
with a pencil. Like
yeah,
what?
in the
Like
hand, both sides of the hand. Yeah, it was pretty gangster.
we got
Thug life.
his street cred.
Thug life.
We got his
Yeah.
street cred out for Hanley.
I got mine pretty early. Well, it's all good. That's what happened. Hey, you got to do what you got to
Yeah.
do. Hey, you know.
Yeah.
But speaking of
It's a
boxing,
jungle out
man, well, we were kind of speaking of boxing. They're saying Triple G and Canelo are supposed to fight
Cinco de
Again.
Mayo.
Again.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah,
It is
what
a
do you guys
Saturday,
think about
boy.
that? I know
I
it's
can't
still
wait.
early in talks, but
Well, that
What
would
did
be
you
the
think
day
about
to
that
see,
first
right?
fight?
I thought that
Triple G should have won that fight.
same for me. What do you
Same for
think?
me, same
Jesse?
for me.
Same for you. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
That, so now, what do you think about this fight going in? Do you think?
No, I
You
think they
think Triple
definitely
G has the edge?
I think they studied each other a little more now. Now that they got some film on each other, and they're gonna. I know they're gonna
I
be
think
watching
Canelo
it. but-
felt Triple G's power.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was underestimated because he was just going at it like, okay, cool. But
Mhm.
I think once he got a couple of punches in the face or in the,
He's
you
like,
know,
oh shit.
Yeah, he knew he
yeah,
couldn't.
he was like,
just chill
whoa,
on
what the
ropes
heck?
anymore.
Yeah, I was
That's
like, what? Yeah, because he was like, because towards the end, like towards the middle slash the end of the rounds,
Mhm.
he started kind of going after him because like you said, he was like trying to like outbox him, which is cool if you would find somebody, you know,
Yeah,
that was more
not so good.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And it couldn't hurt you.
It could hurt
Yeah.
you, but I mean, don't stick with your game plan. You know,
Right.
both of you guys are brawlers. You know,
Yeah,
you don't.
man.
You gotta go toe to toe.
Yeah,
Is it
took its
me
toll
or
on
is it Canelo just likes to wait till the end of the fight to like
To turn it
really
on.
turn it on? Like man, like that's what happened when he fought Mayweather. Like I thought he was swinging for the fences late. I'm like, come on, dude, you could have done that.
No, I think because Mayweather. To me, I think he knew he was losing that fight.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
wasn't landing anything. He
Yeah.
wasn't. With Mayweather, he was just so quick that he wasn't.
Yeah.
landing. So he
Yeah.
was just going for the fence towards the end of that fight. Because any other fight, he goes straight out and it would be done.
I really want. I do want to watch that fight. That's
Yeah.
something I'd buy that one again.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely on the calendar.
I think they did it on
Cinco de
purpose,
Mayo
too,
weekend
yeah.
too.
Yeah, well, I mean
like,
that's just De La
it's a
Hoya.
given,
That's just
right?
De La Hoya's. He always
His
De La Hoya's
weekends.
fights. Yeah,
Yeah.
September 16th and Cinco de Mayo.
Right,
Those are
take
De La Hoya.
advantage.
Those
He
are,
knows the Mexicans like
the
to
rest
party,
that's gonna
boy.
be drinking
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
Woo, now you
But-
could like, and then
but I've
people
been
like,
wa-
yeah.
You know what I think this fight was the fight that they had previous. I think was 2 years too late.
Yeah, it's a little
2
late.
years-
And
2 years today.
Triple G's not getting any younger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
He's getting older and older.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them, but you know, Triple G's getting up there in
I
age.
think Canelo's prime is he's just hitting it.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
in my
yeah,
eyes,
no, I got you. I
Yeah.
think so too.
like he's
I
just hitting
agree.
it because he was too young to be fighting Mayweather.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
too young.
But he had to, though, it's money.
Too young, yeah. You know, money talks. Too young
Yeah.
and too inexperienced. You know, and then, you know, with Triple G, it was just too. A little bit too, about a year or two too late.
Yeah,
But
it took a while to get that thing going.
yeah,
you know,
because
a lot
he
of
should have
people
fought.
say
I think he
dodging
should have fought back like 3 years
yeah,
years
they
ago.
had a couple fights
Yeah.
in between that were questionable.
Yeah.
So,
So.
yeah, man. I mean, that's something to
my
look
take.
forward to. No, that's all good.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, bro. And do you have anything? You want to?
Nah, man. We covered everything. I'm excited for some college basketball. Those are fun to watch.
Go
other-
Duke.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
Duke. Yeah,
for
y'all
sure.
can hate all
Go
y'all
Duke.
want.
Yeah.
Go Duke.
We got the rest of the
Coach
turkey
K.
weekend to go. Hopefully everybody's enjoying.
Yeah,
finishing up on them leftovers.
Did you do a traditional Thanksgiving this year?
I went to my sister's house. We did that type of deal, turkey and tamales. Something kind of mixing them in. She's doing well. She's doing well. She's in Raleigh. We were out there in Raleigh at her house. They got a pool and stuff, so it was nice.
Did you jump in or what?
Didn't jump. The dog jumped in the pool not by
crazy
choice.
Dog.
Somebody said, "Can the dog swim?" And then the next thing you know, the dog was in the pool.
Yep. Hold my beer.
I didn't think it was that cold, but like it is November.
It is November. Yeah.
Poor dog was shivering and stuff. But now,
what about you, bro? Did you do traditional Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we try to get away from. I mean, we eat tacos and you know, we eat tacos all the time. So we got 4 turkeys, ham. Ooh, man. Big family, you know.
Nice, bro.
Big cowboy family.
There we go.
Yeah, that's awesome. You, bro? Yeah. I heard you had some.
We did traditional at my house with my in-laws, and then we went to my mom's later. They had traditional, and then they had fajitas at night.
Already, I should have went over there.
Man. We can't not have fajitas.
That's awesome.
And then I think my dad sent me an invite for another party right now. I'm about to go do it again on this Black Friday. But yeah, man, it was a good week. I'm glad everybody that I know is safe and made it through another crazy night. I know people go crazy out there shopping, and we told everybody that was leaving, be careful driving.
Fight going on at one of the malls around here. I'm not sure which mall it was. Don't quote me, but yeah, there was a good fight going on. I think
I didn't do none of the shopping, bro.
May have been Grapevine. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, just real quick on our chat line, Ronnie's saying he learned at the basketball courts, and that's right, Ronnie. We got in a good one back in the day. At O'Banion, me and Ronnie got in a good basketball fight. Most of my fights have been in basketball.
There was some pin up frustration, and I think the basketball just kind of led it to it.
Ronnie liked to hard foul, but he doesn't like to get hard fouled back. So I showed him a little of his medicine. And next thing you know,
he's one of those that he's one of those that he cuts you down, but he does not get cut down back.
Right, he plays basketball like football, and then when I did the same, and next thing you know, we're dancing. So we got in a good.
And then we're good.
Yeah.
And then let's go to the club.
We're good and went to the club, Caribbean Girl later on, and saw some good battles.
Man. Some good freestyle battles.
It was a good time. And
shout out to old Paper Sack Brown. I want him to rap it.
Yeah, Paper Sack Brown. Where is he? We need him on the show. Earl Spence, it's a big shout out to him. He's got a big fight coming up in the next couple of months too. He's definitely one of the best pound for pound record
from
fighters from DeSoto, definitely. And
he's on.
There's some good boxing going on in Dallas and this whole area. The Charlo boys train out here too. So we got heavyweight. I mean, not heavyweight. We got nationally known.
Heavyweights in the game.
Yeah, heavyweights in the game.
Yeah, that's what boxing is really missing. It's just heavyweights.
Yeah, Joshua's slowly getting there. He's from the UK.
Yeah. That's what it's missing, like that hard hitting, big board punching each other, knocking
just a slobber knocker fight.
Wilder's getting there. We'll see if they can mix it up soon. So those are
I want to be like,
but overall the division's suffering big time.
Yeah.
So it used to be one of the best divisions.
Yeah,
boxing's back though. Younger, smaller guys are definitely making it worth watching.
It's a good time for boxing. I like it,
especially now since a lot of them too are like on ESPN.
Yeah,
you have to pay. because you gotta get more exposure.
Yeah, big time, bro.
So I mean,
some big fights, man.
Pay-per-views, no joke.
Maybe we'll get into promotion game too. We'll get some boxing.
Trying to do, man.
DaSportzCave promotions right now.
A little bit of everything.
We're gonna take over the world. Great.
That's right.
Top flight. I do want to touch a little bit, just in case you guys didn't see that we shared. We had that giveaway. And this is the things why we do things that we do. Like I said, we're doing it out of love, and there's just the interest of sports, and wanting to talk about it, give you a different perspective. But like things like this makes us feel really good. I know it made me feel good.
No, everybody. Yeah.
The winner from last week's giveaway reached out to us and really appreciated the Amazon gift card. He didn't know what he was gonna do. He's what is he? I forget what he's fighting.
Cancer, some form of cancer.
Some form of cancer. And
terminal
cancer. And he didn't know what to do and for Christmas coming around, and the $50 gift card really went a long way. So he reached out and appreciated it. So things like that, guys, is what we do.
In Oregon, too. I mean,
and he's in Oregon,
it's not somebody we know and speak to every day or anything like that by any means. So it's somebody that we know, and we're able to do that. So big shout out to Amino for making that happen. And that's definitely something, especially in the holiday season.
Yeah,
everybody give what they can. The Cowboys launched off their Salvation Army campaign that they have, their fill the bucket campaign. So I mean, if you have a little bit, try to reach out and do something for somebody.
Please do, guys. Especially the Salvation Army. I don't know if you guys know, anything you donate there, when they go back and give it to families or they sell it, they don't get a profit. They're not like these other places like Goodwill that you'll go get something, give them away, and they'll sell them $4. The Salvation Army they don't have the people that work there volunteer. I know me and Priscilla volunteered last year to put boxes together for like the drop off places. So even if it's just a little, you never know how that's going to impact somebody. So we're in that time of season where we don't know who's struggling with what, but we definitely want to let y'all know that if you guys want to donate some stuff, we can direct you where you need to. We'll see if we can get something started. I don't know if we're gonna do that or not. We're kind of late in the game now, but please help out the families in need. We're blessed to do what we can, and we're just trying to make a voice for people that don't have one. So definitely kick that bucket donation and drop a few quarters in there.
We got to figure out something else we can do for Lance too, because I mean, he had a tough situation. So we're gonna try to figure out something amongst us to do something. Stay on the lookout for that and for more giveaways. And also, I wanted to just touch base real quick. On Sunday, we're going to have my boy Fred Keel here. He actually made his own movie, and it's called Streets of Harvest. It's available on Amazon. Mine is actually in my mailbox now, so I'm going to check it out over the weekend, and we're going to review his movie and just talk about the whole process. Ugo and I have always been those type of guys that always, what if we can make our own movie, or we have this idea for that skit. This dude made his own movie.
Yeah,
He's
he
selling
just did it,
now.
really?
So we want to know how that process works, how to get involved with all that stuff.
Man.
Right? That's cool.
Yeah.
You see your whole
vision coming to
I like to make a comedy.
Yeah, bro. That's the type of thing we're going to try to get.
We've been making movies back since Illegal Alien Productions, bro. Back since 2000.
So when he told me about that a little bit, I worked with him, and I told him, hey, I'd like to get you on the show, get you some exposure, and find out a little bit about how that process works. So we're going to talk to him about that. Too. And then Philip's asking if real quick, I'm sorry, and appreciate you, Philip, and all the chatters, Ronnie, Carlos, everyone. He's asking if we're soccer fans. I'm mostly a casual soccer fan. I watch
every 4 years.
Mostly around the
every 4
exactly
years.
What he
Sucks
just
that
said.
the United States are not in it, but
that's embarrassing,
bro. There's a lot of people that Italy didn't make it either.
Italy's not in there.
Ouch.
Argentina barely made it. Yeah,
they're struggling, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Don't take World Cup for granted. So you can't just walk in.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
the qualifiers mean everything, man.
Priscilla, thank you very much.
Yeah, but we do talk a little bit about soccer. Philip, I mean, like I said, we're more casual fans. I don't really watch too much. I watch some Europeans on Saturday morning.
Why do you guys like? Is it because we just grew up here and just like had more football, Cowboys kind of taking over?
I think so, man. We're more into football country, bro. And stuff. I think that.
Yeah, because that's the way I felt like. I was. I mean,
soccer was my first sport, so
really?
that was
I never
something
played
I
soccer.
loved. Yeah, I loved it.
I never played
watching
soccer
it and stuff, but. Yeah,
we played in the streets, and then I coached my daughter's team. Had to step in and coach, and we won some trophies. Shout out to Lady Lions over there. What's up, Maddie, Lady Lions?
Yeah.
But man, I think it's just football, bro.
Really,
I think
it's just football just in Texas just kills everything.
Right.
Like, cause the first sport I learned was baseball. I knew I knew the rules to do that, and then after that, after going outside and met these guys out the street, we started playing football. It's like that's what we gradually went to, and then dabbled in some basketball, and we just played in the streets. So man, I kind of miss that. Like. You don't see that nowadays.
Kids,
never, dude.
Because you know why? Because the game took over.
Video games
took over. So
tablets.
I get the shout out to the kids that live in my neighborhood. There are some kids that play outside. They ride their bikes, and that's good to see because they're out there playing.
That's
but
rare now.
you don't see no kids out playing football. We used to
play kids to stay outside for longer than 5 or 10
minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I want to tell these kids the struggle was real. We lived on an uphill, like a big uphill. We played football. Like you kicked off.
So your pass was
bro.
We
had to throw. We were going up the hill.
Streetlight kids. When the streetlight came on, that's when we went home, basically.
Or then we got that new light pole by my mom's house. We tried to break it as soon as we got it, trying to see who could hit it with the football. Like y'all just got that and y'all trying to break it. Like, sorry, we trying to get our aim right.
Yeah, man. But that was good times, man. That's how we grew up. Playing and talking sports. But
yeah, John. Go back to Ronnie, one of the top chatters today, says he wants to play the part of Jean-Claude Van Damme, bro. Steven Seagal, maybe.
Maybe back in high school, you could have maybe played like a stunt double or something.
Yeah.
I think it's past that, bro.
There you go, wall ball, Carlo.
And wall ball relay.
Wall ball. Oh man, relay.
Dude, I haven't played wall ball in forever. That's something. I had a tennis ball at work one day, and I was like, damn, I want to play some wall ball like right now.
Man, we might have to go.
Let out some.
Hey, bro, we might have to have
back in Brandenburg. We used to play that wall ball suicide. If you missed that wall,
awesome.
you
you gotta go get pegged.
Yeah,
don't flinch or you get another. Man, we ought to have a wall ball tournament, bro.
We should, man.
The DaSportzCave, y'all heard it. Y'all get together. If you want to join this wall ball tournament, let's get on it.
Separate the men from the boys in elementary school.
Yeah, man.
Like, nah, I'm good. I won't play. Like, yeah,
fun,
we know
dude.
what you are, buddy.
I thought we did get in trouble though. My dad would be like, "Quit hitting my wall!" Like, oh damn, we'll play somewhere else. We'll go play on the neighbor that's never home.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah, we was. We got some trouble breaking some windows, playing catch.
A
These
few
fools
windows, yeah.
trying to pump up who could throw the hardest, and then you just miss it.
Yeah.
Baby kids, man.
Yeah, man. Good times.
Good times on a good day. So, man, do you have anything else? Any other shout-outs? You got any shout-outs you want to give?
coming out?
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Hopefully not the first or the last.
Yeah,
you know,
man. Come through whenever you're ready, bro.
We're by fans for fans. So anybody want, we open arms to everybody, man, and we appreciate you being on here, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
I don't have anything else other than to tune in on Sunday. We still are having our Sunday show.
Bright and early, around 9:30.
9:30 before we'll go back to usual, cover the other games coming up. We'll give you some updates on some of these scores. I'm sure we'll talk about that Alabama game, see if maybe they got upset. And then we'll stream live at 9:30. Other than that, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in on this wonderful Friday afternoon. About to go enjoy the rest of the day. It's different doing it in the afternoon. I'm more awake.
Right on.
Yeah,
Me too,
man,
bro.
So still grew though, but
not drinking ass from the Saturday before.
There you go, bro.
Drinking
It's
and
not
stuff.
easy.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it. We'll sacrifice our body and our dehydration is to come do the show. But
for you,
just for everybody out there and for you top chatters. But yeah, man. We thank y'all and we hope to see you on Sunday at 9:30. Y'all tune in live. #champs.tv. I'm your boy Juice.
Adolf.
Jesse.
And y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Sports Cave on #champs.
#Champs is a Twisted Curve production.